Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode. This show is going to be a little bit different than all the previous ones. Main thing is I got to have three guests with me who are all my teammates for a 24 hours of Lemons race. None of us have ever participated in this event before, so it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. Uh, the idea of today's show is just an introduction. It'll be the first one of three. We're going to talk about our plan for the car. And then the second show will be after we're finished prepping it, just to kind of go over our execution, make sure we did it, anything that changed from the original plans, any challenges, and so on and so forth. Um, and then the third show will be post race, telling everybody how wonderful we did and the car didn't break at all. So I'm going to go through and introduce all of my teammates, and they're going to tell us a little bit about themselves. And let's get started. So, first guest, I've assigned teammate names to everybody, and he's the boss man because he's the one that kind of threw all this together. Chris Bowman, welcome to the show. You're on mute.
Right. That's about a good way to start this thing off. No, thank you. I appreciate obviously you and everybody else joining. I think it's going to be
All right. So next on the list is he's got the name the Muscle because he's quite a big fella, and
fun.
he's an Army Ranger, right? Which makes you more badass than all of us combined.
Army guy, but yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Chris Fontenot.
Yeah, I'm Chris. Yeah, I'm 6'3", almost 300 pounds. So I guess I kind of fit the mold on that one. I'm the guy that all the seats and steering wheels are gonna have to be adjusted for.
Right. And if we forget the jack, we won't have to worry about
it. I do have stories of me lifting engines out of engine bays with just bare hands.
Next on the list is the Stig. He's gotten that name because he has the most track experience than all of us probably combined. It's Justin Scalfino. Did I say that right?
Scalfano.
That's Scalfano. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Justin, and yeah, I'm excited to see if we can make this car live.
and I've given my name the crew chief probably mostly because I have the most car building experience and fixing. I mean, I know everybody else has fixed stuff, but I've been doing it a long time. So I don't know. Is that an appropriate name or not?
I think so. I think
okay.
So. I think your fab experience is significantly more than ours.
Right. So
yeah, it works for me.
So the boss man invited me on the team. I don't even remember how long ago it was, but I'm not sure I even know what put this idea in your head and how procuring the car even came to be. So I know both Chris's were involved with that. So if one of y'all want to kind of share that process.
Yeah,
Chris, since the idea came out of your head, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll kind of elaborate there. No, so Tim, I remember very well actually. You and I were at lunch, but maybe a couple of weeks prior to that, I was talking to Chris, and I don't remember if we had talked about this a couple of years back or if it was just something that floated around in my own head. But something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. But obviously putting together a team and just splitting the budget and finding a car and all the fab work like we talked about. It's tough. And I guess the idea got tabled for a while, for me at least, with just life stuff or whatever. But like I said, more recently, I talked to Chris. He was kind of like, okay, this idea sounds fun. And at that point, we had the idea, we had the drive really, and it was just a matter of getting the right team. Somewhere between Chris and I talking about kicking it off and bringing Tim and Justin on board. I mean, honestly, we found a car, and it seems like a promising car. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and just for everybody listening, what is the car?
Yeah. So 2001 BMW E46 325i
with an automatic, which adds a
with
challenge.
A slush box.
Yeah.
The car itself has a fun little story too. I think so. Chris found it on Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
The guy wanted, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, the guy wanted $1,000 for it at first. we talked to him. It was about an hour drive or so. We talked to him, went down there and checked out the car, and we managed to talk him down somehow to $500, which great. At the time, it was overheating and it had a couple leaks, and he either didn't have the time or the willpower to diagnose it. So we talked him down to $500. We went and got a U-Haul trailer. Was it later that week? Chris?
No, it was all the same day.
It was the same day, yeah. We went and got a U-Haul trailer that same day, brought the car back. When we left, we told the guy that we would pay $250 now, and then when he got us the title, we would Venmo him the other $250. Well, he fell off the face of the earth and never even bothered to get us the title. So we had a 2001 BMW for $250. Now, granted, like I said, it was overheating and it had a couple leaks, but Chris did a whole bunch of ChatGPT diagnosing, and it worked really well. We basically just had to burp the coolant system and change a head gasket, and it was honestly 100%, back to life.
So it
Yeah,
needed a head gasket too?
No, I was gonna say it actually was just
Or
the
no,
valve cover gasket.
yeah,
Oh,
valve
valve
cover
cover
gasket.
gasket.
Excuse me,
Oh,
not
okay.
head gasket.
Way
My bad.
easier.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a simple valve cover gasket change. We were worried that there was going to be more leaks to it, like rear main seal or something. And it was literally just valve cover gasket. We changed it, cleaned it up. No leaks after that.
Mm. I guess for those that aren't familiar with the 24 Hours of Lemons, it's a budget car race, road race, endurance race.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a $500 car. And Chris, you're gonna have to correct me if I misspeak here. Anything drivetrain related
Anything
goes
like upgrades or performance type.
Yeah.
goes towards your budget, right?
Yeah.
But fixing brakes or suspension parts to make the car safe do not go toward the budget unless you upgrade from stock, right?
Yeah, there's a ton of rules. I mean, you can get, I think there's probably like 15 or 20 pages of rules. I mean, just from the hip, the easiest way to think about it is if it makes the car go, there's a good chance it's going to count towards your budget. If it's anything safety related or helps the car stop, it's exempt. So,
right. And then the car needs full safety gear. It needs a roll cage. It's a very specific roll cage for the series.
Yeah.
Needs a seat, cutoff switch, and driver
Fire
needs
suppression.
fire suppression. And the driver needs full fire gear, Hans device, so on and so forth. So safety equipment far exceeds the value of the car.
Yes, easily.
Yeah, one person's safety equipment exceeds the value of the car.
Right. Yeah. Hell, a damn Hans device exceeds the value of
Yeah,
the car.
for real.
I'm going to go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I think the steering wheel was about half the price of the car or something like that.
It's so crazy. But so Justin, you're the most experienced driver. I know you've let me back up a little bit. We're planning on doing the NOLA race in March. So we have a car that has zero, it's basically stock and it's gutted, waiting on a roll cage. So which I'm going to install with hopefully y'all's help.
For sure.
And that'll be probably within the next few weeks. We should get the materials to do that. So
we do have one upgrade worth talking about on the car.
what's that?
A set of used no-name Amazon coilovers that Chris got, I think, for $180. Yeah. So that'll be fun just to see what happens.
We probably shouldn't jump too many curbs with those. Let's probably stay off the Gators and the big hits.
But I guess you should say so. Prior to us deciding we were going to put the safety gear in the thing, it was a smart decision by the boss man to do an open track day to make sure the damn thing wouldn't explode.
Yeah, absolutely.
So him and I did an open track day. We did 4 sessions, 4 30-minute sessions total. And I got to tell you, I was blown away at how good it ran. I checked the oil after the second session, and it was like I just poured it in there. It's so clean. I'm like, how does this car with over 200,000 miles still have oil this clean in it, you know? Usually it's like you pour oil in, you start it, and then it was black again.
Yeah.
But I was blown away. And the temperature gauge didn't budge the whole time. With the
And
history
one
of
thing
the
I don't think any of us have mentioned at all. It's got 200,000 plus miles.
right. Yeah.
Like it's not a spring chicken.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I mean the transmission feels a little sluggish, but it might just need new fluid. Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
so
if-
Chris drove 2 sessions. I drove 2 sessions. I got that turd up to 110 mile an hour on the straight at NOLA. Brakes felt great. It didn't scare me at all. I felt very confident. So I'm anxious to see what it's like with some good tires on it.
Well, so a couple things. You mentioned you got it up to 110. That's while the Porsches and the Corvettes were like
Right.
flying
Bull-
past.
Yeah.
Blowing
In the
past.
video, it looked like you're doing about 12 mile an hour.
In the video, it looked like you were like standing still,
Right.
and everything is just going past.
Yeah.
The good news is at the Lemons race that everything else is going to be just as slow as us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but
Took
Well-
a video of the track and it was like Porsche, Corvette, Porsche. 2001 BMW beater, only half the rows there, and it's funny. But I wanted to mention too, Tim. As we were getting this team set up and everything, and just kind of feeling everybody's buy-in and whatever. We've talked quite a bit leading up to that track day, and there was a stark difference between the Tim before he drove the car, and it might be a beater,
Mhm.
compared to the Tim that we saw after the car. Because I could tell, dude, you were tickled pink, you were excited, and I was excited, you were excited, because then I felt like we had something,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little apprehensive of what was going to happen,
Yeah.
And look, at the end of my last session, I was extremely confident in the car. I mean, the brakes were doing what they wanted to do. It was predictable. I mean, even with the amount of understeer it had, it was super predictable. I'm hoping the better tires kind of take care of some of that.
yeah, y'all did do that on cheapo all seasons too. That track
That was
day.
another thing too. Yeah.
I think they're 500 treadwear, aren't they? Something
I-
like that.
I was sure they were gonna like just shred apart.
I guess maybe they didn't because they're new.
Yeah, or it just never got cooking fast
Yeah.
enough. long
They
enough.
were
They filled up pretty good on the
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were screaming. They weren't happy. But so Justin, you got the nickname the Stig. You've driven not only NOLA, but you've traveled and done some other road courses, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I've done MSR and in Houston, Coda a couple times, rode Atlanta a couple times, the Firm, Barber a couple times. So
Dang.
yeah, I like to travel a little bit and try out different tracks. But yeah, mostly NOLA. It's just been a couple years. I mean, I really feel like I'm still just getting into it, but
Yeah.
this is the second time I've tried to get on a Lemons team. We tried to kind of form one with the guys I went through, HBD one with. Kind of tried to get a team together, and it never really materialized. So when you sent that text out in the Delta board group chat, I was like, absolutely, I've got to give this another try. I've got to do it once.
I love that you didn't even ask any questions. You were like, "Yep, I'm in."
Just like, yeah, bucket list item. Like we're just gonna take the swing.
Yeah. Look, Chris will attest. I was probably apprehensive until I got out the car that day.
Yeah.
And because look, if I'm paying to race somewhere, I want to be racing. I don't want to be swapping a transmission in the grid in the paddock.
Yeah.
So I want a car that's reliable, and I know that a lot of diehard Lemons dudes give the BMW people a hard time. I think because it's probably too good of a car, to be honest with you. When they're bringing their turd of a car with an engine they pulled out of a junkyard,
I will say, looking at some of the pictures from last year's New Orleans event, there was a Cadillac CTS on the track. So, and like a newer than our BMW Cadillac CTS.
Wow.
So I think we're still low on the totem pole as far as age of vehicle and class.
For
Mhm.
sure. And I think you'll find a lot of the cars, at least looking at some of them, have been endurance cars already. They've run Champ Car or,
Yeah.
Lucky Dog, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're like vetted cars that,
Yeah.
are
I
gonna
saw, I
run.
think I was watching a video. I don't know, I joined some Lemons Facebook group and there was a video, in-car video, and he passed like, what is the new modern Camaro platform?
The 6th gen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like either 5th or 6th gen Camaro. I'm like, how in the world? Unless it was like a total car and they, beat all the panels straight on it or something. I don't know. It's still not $500, even if it was
Yeah.
a total
No,
car.
no,
You know?
no.
I saw
But-
one of those in the pictures too.
Which, yeah, so be it. Yeah, maybe we won't get railed too hard. I don't know. If there's any Lemons folks listening that have experience, feel free to, give us a hard time. We're
I
newbies.
think-
and
we
that-
don't know.
Yeah.
I think everybody is kind of the same mindset. Like, it's not so much about the fastest car; it's lasting. It's
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
getting through the race. And
Yeah.
granted, it's not the full 24-hour race. It's Chris, what? It's like 21 hours total because we're not racing at night.
Yeah, 14 and a half, 7
14.
first day and 7 the next. Yep, Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. So it's over a 24-hour period. We're not racing at night, but still, like, you have to make sure that the car can last for the entire time. So I don't know, maybe driving something a little slower with a lot more give is maybe the cheat code,
Yeah, I've probably got the least experience driving this thing, and I don't need an oopsie with a manual transmission either. So while a manual would be fun on hour 7.5 or whatever, I don't know, maybe for me at least, I'll be thankful to not have to be shifting gears and leave a bunch of metal on me.
a good old 4-1 downshift somewhere.
I may be guilty of doing that before.
Oof.
Yeah, well, somebody actually told me we'll probably be better off with automatic because you just don't get as fatigued.
Yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
that with endurance racing for sure.
Yeah.
that it's just worth the trade-off.
Yeah.
I can imagine, yeah. Like, unless you have paddles and something that can automatically blip the throttle, handling everything manually is probably exhausting or just mentally taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
And-
sure.
Like, even on just traffic is a nightmare.
Wow. And a clutch, you could burn the clutch out, over
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that we wanted to kind of accomplish on the open track day was kind of gauge fuel burn. I mean, we ran the car for 2 hours and it still had over a quarter of a tank of fuel left. So, I mean, we'll have to decide, how long we want to drive before we swap. But
Yeah.
I mean, if it can run 2 hours and still have plenty of fuel, and we do a driver swap after an hour, and then we just do a driver swap and not a fuel stop, I don't know what's quicker. Do you top it off while it's in there so you have less time topping fuel off, or do you just
So
wait?
that's one of those things that we have to explore the rule book on too, because if I remember looking at the rule book, you can only add fuel in specific areas of the paddock.
Mm,
And that might be different from where you can do your driver swap or your pit lane type stuff. So
True.
that might be one of the tactical decisions that we have to make, like, on game day.
mm,
And I think that just using the pumps at the track is probably going to be the easiest rather than fooling with cans and safety and stuff. Just drive it to the pump. It's right there.
yeah.
Top it off with 93 and get rolling,
Yeah, I think you pay a little more, but honestly, I
Yeah,
think
for
you
sure.
may save time unless you buy those high dollar cans that
Yeah.
don't.
The auto siphon or auto feed,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
well, yeah, they have like a top vent or something that allows it to
Yeah.
dump quicker.
And there's more safety rules too, I think, when you're using the cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody can be in the car.
Insurance.
Yeah.
What
And
are you
then-
saying, Chris?
You got to have somebody standing outside the car with an extinguisher and then a separate person to pump gas. Nobody can be in the car. So
Right.
yeah, I think you're right. I think probably the pump will be easiest.
And I
Yeah.
think both of those people need to be fully suited,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
fire
Yeah.
gear. So yeah, going to the pump might be a smart decision. I never actually thought of that before, Justin. So
Yeah.
that's probably a good point.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, because then we're not making runs to the gas station to fill up the cans,
Right.
instead of having,
Yeah.
a
That's a
whole
good point,
pile
too.
of cans full of fuel sitting there all the time, which
Right.
is probably proposes a bigger safety issue than.
But yeah, no, I've run like methanol in a Camaro and stuff before where you're
Mm.
trying to fill up the tank. It's always a mess. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
I can't use a big gas can without making a mess. And I don't want to catch on fire.
No, especially methanol. You wouldn't want to do that anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Stuff
So-
is awful.
So, Fontenot, what kind of driving experience do you have?
So I did autocross in and right out of high school back in Metairie at Zephyr Stadium
Hmm.
with my 91 Honda CRX, and a couple of buddies of mine had
Nice.
240SXs and Eclipses, and we all drove each other's cars and had fun. Did a couple of track days at No Problem Raceway. What's it called now, Tim?
Grand Circuit Bayou.
Yeah, the
when they're
Grand-
running just the
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Yeah.
Grand Circuit Bayou. It was No Problem Raceway back when I was doing it. Did a couple track days there. And then in between that, that was back in like 2006, 2007. In between that, I had kids, so I didn't have a whole lot of chances to, get out on the track, but I did do a little bit of autocrossing here and there. I did some driving courses in the military, and my personal favorite kind of claim to fame is last time I was going up to Maryland, I took my 2019 4Runner on the tail of the Dragon and drove the piss out of it, and it was fantastic.
Imagine doing that in a real car.
So I did it. I've done it in my Mazda 3, which is also an absolute shitbox, automatic, everything.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Driving a slow car fast is always fun, but driving the 4Runner on the tail was fun in just like new and interesting ways. Like I had a smile on my face ear to ear the whole time, just making it scream.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to go do that one day with my car. It'd be great.
You've never done it at all?
I've never done it at all. No.
Oh,
We've been up there in the Blue Ridge Parkway, but we were in Jenny's Corolla for 2012. Yeah, automatic Corolla, and yeah, it's a blast.
yeah. Even with a slow car, it's so much fun. Just it's a ribbon of asphalt that you just get to carve around in, and everybody. In my experience, everybody up there is pretty cool. So, obviously you're slower if you're in like, a crap car, and you just pull off, let everybody pass. They'll give you flashers and good to go. You get everything from Harleys to Porsches, tons of Miatas, sport bikes, and a 4Runner, apparently. But yeah, if you get a chance, Tail is such a cool drive.
Yeah. Y'all go to the Cherahalla Skyway too up there?
I didn't do it. No, I was actually I was going up to Maryland for some Army stuff, and I just did it as part of my route, and It was just worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Justin, you were probably wishing that you had the FRS.
Oh yeah, it would have been more fun for sure. Although I probably would have just been annoyed. There was enough traffic. We were up there. I was fine in the Corolla.
No, okay.
Our highlight of the trip, or low light, if you will, the Blue Ridge Parkway, we didn't know closed at night. It's got no lights and stuff.
Oh,
so we were out on it, driving, hiking and stuff, and ended up starting to run out of gas as it closed. And so I had to throw the Corolla in neutral and just like glide it down off the Blue Ridge Parkway until we could find a gas station.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Bowman, you had a Subaru you did some track days with, right?
Yeah, that's the extent of my track experience. Was 2 open track days. I had a 2018 WRX STI, and that was about it, other than the track day we did the other day. But it was fun. Learned a lot.
I think you did pretty good. I mean, even though you didn't beat any Porsches that day, but I mean.
he did have a DIY in-home sim rig for a little while.
Yeah, that's right. The little sim thing.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
you
you could probably
PVC and stuff, right?
What's that?
You built it on like PVC and stuff, right?
Yeah, it was cheap, super cheap, but hey, it worked.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, you could probably find some videos of in-car videos of people at NOLA to just kind of see the driving line.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a good idea.
I think There was a guy that used to post a lot of stuff. I think he was in a Porsche or something. You could probably find it.
Tom
Well-
O'Gorman has a good. His is my favorite overview of the track.
Oh, he's got some
Yeah.
video on the track.
Tomo, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how much on track video there is. There's some, I think, but his like little guide to it is
Oh,
my favorite.
I'm gonna definitely look that up. I didn't know he's an amazing driver. So
He's super fast. Super fast.
Not to pick on the Nolan Motorsports crew or their team or anything, but have they fixed the front straight?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they fixed it. Yeah.
Okay. I know that was kind of a scandal when everything first went down with Indy coming down.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, they were going to address it at some point. I just didn't know when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there was what, like a top speed whatever half mile type thing.
Mhm. Yeah,
And that guy died.
Right.
That probably got
I
them
think
all
that's what
rolling too.
expedited fixing.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
they do have some bumps going into the S's,
Okay.
Yeah.
at least in this BMW. It was kind of
Yeah.
kind of floating over
Yeah.
the bumps. You know? So,
The second S has really got the worst of them, I think. If you're, kind of on the line but off the shoulder, and
mhm.
that second right is the where it's a little,
Yeah.
at least where it upsets my car the most. Or my
It-
cars,
It
whichever. car.
is definitely upsetting the BMW.
Yeah.
I mean, so you'll find it. You'll know when you hit
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to spill my Grey Poupon.
it. So, plans for the car. So I think the Chris's have gutted the car.
Yep.
There's no interior in it. Dash is out.
Yep.
Oh, Justin procured some 18-inch factory BMW wheels,
Yes.
which
Yep.
looks way cooler.
Yep. For cheap.
Yep, super cheap.
I think he's gotten some of my takeoffs, so I think he kind of hooked me up. But
Okay.
I'll take it.
And the main reason for that was this car came with 16-inch wheels, which
bad
everybody
tire
knows
selections.
tire
Yeah.
selection stinks.
Terrible.
So,
Yeah.
And I think they're 205s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not enough for that much car.
No.
What? Oh, y'all had to fix a few other things, right? You had to change the steering rack, alternator.
Yeah. I'm trying to think just off the top of my head. It was a list of stuff, but honestly, it was all easy, and fortunately, it really wasn't very expensive. We talked about the valve cover gasket, the alternator. Went out. I don't know, a month into having the car. That was an easy fix. What else? Thermostat was actually good. They told me it was bad. I'm trying to think. I'm really drawing a blank. There wasn't a whole lot. I mean, we did the brakes and stuff like that, but that's
Typical maintenance.
I wouldn't call that a fix, And then we got the open box deal from Amazon, the coilovers or whatever. It's been pretty.
And even the steering rack, it was working, but it was definitely like not in good shape. Like if it came down to it, like a full budgetary reason, we could have run it.
Yeah.
But the boots were torn. It was hemorrhaging oil or hemorrhaging grease. So we just went ahead and replaced it with a refab part.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to go on 100, 110 and
no.
Well, if you're going 100, 110, you're going in a straight line anyway. Who needs steering?
Yeah, well, if it was a loose rack, it wouldn't be going straight.
Yeah. But yeah, it really just needed basic maintenance and a little TLC. Honestly,
the guy told us, Chris, you remember the guy told us, he said, it's got a cracked head and it's got this and that. And he started listing all this stuff. And Chris and I are looking at each other. We're like, okay, we'll take it. We'll look at it. I mean, worst case, it was a $250 investment that we were splitting 50-50. And the car was going to come in my driveway for a couple of weeks and then end up in a junkyard somewhere. We took delivery of it. And then honestly, the more we got into it, the more we realized, like, dang, dude, like ChatGPT or Google could have like helped you out here, but
yeah, the body's straight. Every panel on there is pretty much dent free. The seats were in good condition. The interior was in good condition. Obviously, it had like some electrical gremlins when it came to like the radio and all the interior doodads, but everything worked.
Well, the
Like
windows don't work. The windows don't work
Yeah.
too good.
That's true. I think the back windows don't work.
You don't need those.
We
Yeah.
don't, not where we're going.
Exactly. But yeah, like every panel was straight. The paint was still in good condition.
Mhm.
It would have been a good car, honestly, for some, high school student that needed a car or something.
Right.
If anybody actually wanted to mess with the title and get it fixed. And that was not something that we felt like doing.
No. No. No, I think it's going to be good. I don't know anything about BMWs. So, and this
I
is
don't speak
usually an
German.
American car podcast, so I'm going to apologize to everybody now, but just deal with it.
You have a German car in the background too?
Yeah.
I do, but that's not mine. So
Fair enough.
it may be gone by the time we work on this BMW. So I think that's pretty. Oh, I mean, I guess most of the listeners know what I bring to the table. I'll be doing the cage, I guess, kind of other moral support for other activities. What else? Oh, and my track day experience. I don't know if I've ever talked about that. I've had 2 open track days with a Miata, 2 different Miatas, neither of which were mine. One day was raining, so it's fun driving a borrowed car in the rain. That was solo. That was the first time. I didn't really know what I was doing, but then the second time I had an instructor, which it was very helpful. And then the third day was just 2 weeks ago in the BMW. So, and of course a ton of autocross. So, I think we've put together a good team, good combination of people. We text each other a lot. I feel like we've I think each one of us brings something good to the table.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can usually tell right off the bat if people are going to get along, and I feel like we're doing okay.
Yeah.
We don't need to fire.
I feel like
anybody
things have gone well. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say a little bit earlier, like for me, I said I've got the least driving experience, and I'm not what I would call or define as like a car guy per se, but I'm an enthusiast. Honestly, I appreciate like the variety that we have here because I learn something from all 3 of y'all pretty much every time we talk, and I'd like to carry that forward into hopefully if this car lasts 1 race, maybe we can make it last 2, and I mean that'd be the dream, be able to do a couple of these things per year.
Knock on wood, that would be a good time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, because for Lemons, at least for the Southeast, they do Atlanta, Houston. Do they do Alabama as well?
Barber. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah,
Barber's
that's
fun,
that's
man.
3 races within a
Yeah.
6-hour drive or
Yeah.
8-hour drive from here.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's not bad if we got get it done.
I looked at the course map, the track, the satellite image of the track, and I think the Georgia track.
Wait, Atlanta Motorsports or Road Atlanta or Atlanta
Yeah, are they
Motorsports
running Road
Park?
Atlanta?
I don't remember the name of it, but that thing looked fun. It's got really long straights.
That's got to be Road Atlanta. Road
Okay.
Atlanta is
Road
fun.
Atlanta's the one with the downhill
Huge.
into the sweeping left.
Right, sweeping right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That tests that's a test of your nerves every time because the
Oh,
wall is right there. You're just like,
Okay.
the car loads up with the G's coming out of that downhill and just hoping for it to hold on. But Atlanta causes a lot of damage too. I've never been to Atlanta, and there are cars getting totaled.
Oh wow.
Couple
geez.
cars every weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to go fast. You got to go fast to total your car, and I don't think we're going to be going that fast.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. We better bring some crowbars and hammers just in case. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't really have anything else to add unless y'all do.
No, I'm super excited. I think this is going to be like really fun. I know I can't speak for anybody else, but I know like I grew up playing, Gran Turismo and really wishing to be out there on the track for some of like the long races and watching WEC on TV when it came on and being able to do like a real endurance race is it's just a cool opportunity to be able to knock out. And then for something like Lemons where it's a budget. You're not going out a whole lot of money per person. So it still feels very doable when you have a team for something like this.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
absolutely. For sure.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you wanted to build like a spec car, the build costs up there, and then I mean the guys running those classes are
Better.
It's a religion for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those
mean,
spec
they-
classes too, even the cheap ones are expensive and yeah.
and they've perfected their driving and the car as much as it can be within the rules and maybe
Yep.
even the gray area of the rules.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I mean, I even think the Champ Car series could probably get pretty expensive too.
Anything
Oh,
endurance, man.
Yeah.
So,
Anything.
Because on a Spec Miata, I mean, you could probably get into a Spec Miata for 10 or so, but you're talking about an old beat up NA Miata that is going to need some work outside of all the preparatory stuff that you're going to have to do. If your engine makes it through the season, you might get fortunate.
Yeah.
But like I said before, I'm 6'3", 300 pounds. I don't think a Spec Miata is going to be my kind of deal.
Oh, I can't fit.
I'm surprised you fit in a CRX, honestly.
The CRX, honestly, I had a lot of room in that. Like the floor pan is so low to the ground that I could breathe in there easy.
My first car was an EM1 Civic Si, so I started
Nice.
with Hondas too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
I'm still hooked on them.
yeah, they're good cars. They're good cars.
let's
yeah.
talk about this height situation. So, Justin, how tall are you?
5'9", 5'10", something like that. Pretty average.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chris, what are you? What are you?
Probably not.
Okay, so it's not too
Yeah.
far off.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn symmetry here. He's screwing it all up.
He's just gonna have to be uncomfortable. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've seen
I
him.
got a slider for the seat, so at least we can move the seat a little bit.
Yeah, the problem is it needs to be within a certain distance to the bar. The back of the seat needs to be, I
Yeah.
think, within 6 inches. So,
Oh, good to know. Okay,
So we're
yeah,
gonna
it might
have-
be a little uncomfortable.
yeah, we're gonna have to set you up all the way back, or set us up, and then I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out. It's gonna take a while figuring stuff out before we start gluing pipe together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly, the thing I'm worried about more so is I'm a big boy. I got thick thighs, and those racing seats aren't exactly known to have a whole lot of hip room. So depending on what seat we got, that's going to be the challenge of comfort for sure.
it's at Chris's house. You should just
Yeah.
That is the seat we're using.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
I've had a sat in it.
It's not too super snug on me, but I mean you're significantly larger. It's
I sat in one of the Miatas at Gomoto, and it felt like I was in a vice.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
fit in the seat just fine. Chris, have you sat in it?
I don't. I mean, I'm the smallest of
Yeah, you're
all.
smaller than me, so
I'm
it feels like the
ran-
same size seat I have in my car. So
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mind having a cool experience and being uncomfortable for a little while. Like,
Yeah.
just- I can deal with it.
yeah,
Or if we have to like sit you up on pillows so the side bolstering isn't as like digging into your legs.
Yeah.
They'll just strap you down really good. With
Yeah,
that. You'll
good
be
to go.
fine.
Yeah.
well, that's the other problem is the helmet needs to be like 2 inches below the bar. So
Oh, yeah, that's an issue too.
that's going to be a bigger
Can we just
problem too.
a hole in the roof and put the bar on top of it?
I saw some pictures of cars with.
I was gonna say, I
cages
feel like
in
that is a very appropriate Lemons thing.
it.
Yeah. We can mount one of those little cheapo spoilers I got to the bar on top.
Yeah.
We can do it to my helmet.
But I
We
mean,
can
if
put
we
like
got
an exo cage around the.
I actually
around the
saw a
outside.
Corvette with one of those. I think it was a C4 vet. At a picture of a vet at a Lemons race, and the cage was on the outside, or at least
Oh,
half
like-
of it looked like a.
Like the little vet carts.
Yeah, but it still had
Yeah.
all the body panels on it.
Oh, damn.
But I guess worst case, we can. I mean, if we got to cut those rails off the floor and then just kind of reinforce it differently to lower the seat, we can do
Yeah.
that. And then if
Yeah,
we
we'll
got to
figure
sit
something
on a
out.
pillow, so be it. I mean, I don't mind sitting a little low if need be, as
Yeah.
long as I can see over the steering wheel.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, it's more about getting close enough to the wheel,
Yeah.
so I'm not.
Yeah.
For an endurance race, we're not gonna want to have our arms stretched out for sure. I think it
Oh,
will
yeah,
tire us
definitely.
out quick.
Yeah.
And
So,
I even talked to Chris about potentially buying a flat steering wheel instead of the deep dish one that we have on there so far. Just to that'll be an easy, quick swap for me, and then we go back to the dish ones for y'all.
that's
Yeah,
actually a pretty good idea.
to give you some more leg and knee room.
Yeah, because that'll give me like an extra 2 to 3 inches or so of reach on my arms, and then depending on where it actually comes in and the size of the wheel, that could give my legs some room to move.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
I
need to
mean,
lose 50 pounds between now and March.
I mean, I think the only way that's going to happen is if I lose a leg.
It's an automatic. You only need one.
That is a fair point. That is a fair point.
It's awesome. So, well, if y'all are done, I think we can wrap this thing up. This is actually the first time I think we've actually all talked together, besides
Yeah.
I think so.
besides text message. So it was
Yeah.
good. And once the cage comes in, we're gonna have a roll bar party.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, fellas, thank y'all. Good seeing you.
All right, Tim. Thanks.
Later,
Have a
everybody.
good night.